how is she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's workshop and another beautiful day at the lake. Nice here this morning, nice cool breeze, no bugs. Ha ha ha, gotta like it. But it's going to get hot, I think, before the day is over. The tractor enclosure, we're going to continue working on that today. My son Gerry was out the other day. Remember I had that video where we finished building the walls and stood them all up and then joined all four walls together. It was looking pretty good, but the front of it was still a little bit wobbly. So I come out yesterday because what I want to do is put the roof rafters that we built, put those up. But when I come out yesterday, I tried to steady it up a little bit and, you know, do a few things there to see if I could make it better and make sure it was square. And when I went to edit all that video last night, it was gone. Don't know what happened to it, but we're going to show you this morning what I had done yesterday, and then we're going to continue where we're going to try and get the roof rafters stood up in place. Okay, the first thing I guess I have to show you is we got the rafters. I have them hung up here between the walls in preparation for standing those up. But what I did was yesterday, I wanted to make sure that the front of the building here, it wobbled quite a bit, eh? So first of all, I wanted to make sure it was square. So I measured from this corner down to there, and then from this corner down to there. That's a great way to check to see if things are square. And sure enough, it was dead on. I couldn't believe it. So when we first built this wall, I only put one piece of 2x6 up here as a header, and I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, maybe I should, you know, stiffen that up. So you can see here I put the second header in, so now we've got the double 2x6 header, so that's good and sturdy. Plus I thought, because it wobbled so much, I'd like to have some corner braces like I put here on each corner, where I put these pieces of 1x4 in there, all corners. But because of course this wall is not wide enough to do that, I wasn't able to do it. So I thought if I set a piece of 2x4 in the corner on that angle, you know how you see lots of garage doors with this little architectural detail where it kind of tips in at the top. So what I did was I took a piece of this 2x4 and I figured out how long I needed it, and then I just cut some dados in the header and on the cripple stud here, the jack stud, and set that in place. So that's recessed in there now, so that should be good and sturdy. Then I put a couple of nails in it. I did that on both sides, and that made quite a bit of difference. But the building still wobbled a little. So then what I did was I went around the back here. What did I show you? I had not finished putting this last piece of sheathing on the back here, right? This is a 2-foot sheet. So we took a sheet of 3/8 plywood, cut it in half, and that fit in there, and it was nice and square, so one nice square cut, and it fit perfect. So then that left me with one piece of the sheet 2 feet wide. Well, the legs in the front of the building, I made them to be 1 foot wide. So I just took that 2 foot that was left over, cut that in half, give me the two 1 foot legs, and I took those around front, and I made sure that things were square again, and nailed them to the front of the building. So there they are there. I nailed them on either side, right? Now up here I'm going to cover that in with some sheathing, but I want to get the roof rafters up there first before I do that. But anyway, once I did this, then the building became very, well, not very stiff, but a lot stiffer. So I took all the braces off it. It'll still move a little, but yeah, I don't know whether you can see that, but before, when you do that, she'd wobble quite a bit. So I'm thinking now, once I get the roof rafters put in place up here, and then the sheathing on the roof, that's going to tie that in pretty tight, plus some more sheathing on this open part here that's going to go right up in the gable, and that should stiffen that up pretty good. In my original plan, the building was 20 feet long, right? But I had forgot that when I put the sill plates in, the sills, I had two 10-foot sections of 4x6, but I cut 6 inches off those to make the half lap, remember? So that ended up making the building only 19.5 feet long. So then, because I'm putting 8-foot sheets on the roof, I wanted, when I made the roof rafters, they overhung on the sides about 8 inches on either side. So when I was laying out for my roof rafters to go on the top plate there, I figured I'm going to have an 8-inch overhang here on the front of the gable. So then that meant, instead of putting my rafters, say at 8 foot, I moved that back 8 inches. Anyways, I had to spend a little bit of time, that's what I'm trying to say. I had to spend a little bit of time up there to figure out where my rafter locations would be. But I did that, and I got those marked. So I think I got you up to speed on everything I did there yesterday. Put a piece of 2x4 there just to hold that rafter when I stand it up, because it's the first one, so it needs something to lean against. So we're getting ready to set the first rafter up there, so let's get her done. Well, there you go. That went up pretty easy, eh? I never checked it for plumb yet. I'll do that once I start setting the other rafters up, because I have these 1x4s there on either side. I'm going to string those along just as supports to hold the rafters. So I need to get a couple up though before I put those 1x4s on there. Well, I got some help here now to finish putting these roof rafters up. There he is up there, my star helper, Gerry. So we're going to do a little time lapse here, and we're going to set those roof rafters in place. Well, you know, those rafters went up there pretty good. It's great when you have help. But anyway, they look pretty good. I was going to put a piece of strapping across the top just to hold them, but they're solid enough just attached at the bottom. So we're going to try and put some sheathing on there now. That'll be the real test. Well, you know what? It's a long day. Thank God Gerry was here. Boys, oh boys, he's a great help. But we got all the roof rafters in place, and we've got sheathing on both sides. Now, if I could just get a ridge vent that was 4 feet wide, I'd be done. But I think we're going to have to put some more sheathing up here. Well, another day, back at her. We're almost done. Just like I suspected, the distance from that sheet, the first sheets there that Gerry and I put on yesterday, to the peak, is almost just a little bit more than 2 feet, which is what I want. And that's good, because they're going to take this sheet then cut it in half. When I lay that up there, I'll have a little gap there at the ridge. And that's good, because then when I put my cap on the roof, then it won't be a sharp angle there for the cap to rest against and maybe, you know, cause premature damage. I'm going to take this sheet. I already struck a line down the middle. We're going to rip this in half, put that up there, nail it in place. One more sheet like that, and then a half sheet cut in half to finish it off, and then the roof will be all sheathed, but not shingled. So that went up pretty easy. I'm going to try the other one. Just put it on the other side and work my way north. Hope it fits. It does. Oh darn, it's finished. Well, except for the shingles. Oh my. Another hot day. But we got the rafters and the sheathing on, so thanks a lot, Gerry, for that. Appreciate that. Couldn't have got it done without his help. Holy crow, boys, I'm telling you. I thought I could do all this myself. I think it was the heat. I think the heat got me. But anyways, so thanks, Gerry, for sure. And you know, I put those last couple of pieces on there this morning, and we're good to go now. A little bit more in the next episode. I have to finish off some of the sheathing on the actual building itself. See if I can stiffen it up a little bit because it still wobbles some. So we'll check that out next time. Let me know what you think so far of the build, and don't forget to thumbs up me. And we'll talk to you.